Today is a little bit of a different video. I want to explain the differences between a sexy versus smart pick. Now, a sexy pick, I think it's very obvious. It's quarterback, wide receiver, cornerback, running back, really a position that gets fans excited, that you can look up their highlights and be like, oh my god, we just got this guy, he has this 40-yard dash, he has this many catches, this many touchdowns, this many interceptions, what have you. Meanwhile, a smart pick is more or less, they don't show up on the stat sheet, but they make impacts on the football field. Like, you won't have people really get excited over an offensive line pick because they're not sexy. They're not the fun pick that we get to see touch the football. They're the guys that protect the quarterback and open up rushing lanes, but they don't really bring that excitement and joy for a normal casual fan. And it's a shame because offensive line play is some of the most fun to watch. If you just sit back and watch just two lines try and beat each other to death, it's one of the most enjoyable experiences you can have while watching the game of football. And you have these fan bases who will be like, my team didn't draft a wide receiver. I'm upset. And it just irritates me. Because I think a big example would be the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles built their team through the trenches. Offense and defense was the priority. Do they have flash? Do they have some sexy? Yeah, they got A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. But they only brought them in after the trenches were built. And that's a big parting factor, is teams will try and rush the fact. I fully expect the Dallas Cowboys to take a running back round one and completely ignore the fact the smart move would be upgrade your trenches, because you no longer have Zach Martin, and now you really don't have much hope with your interior defensive line stopping the run with DeMarcus Lawrence leaving town. And it's those teams that make the sexy pick over the smart pick that continuously pick high in the draft year in, year out, because they went for value. They went for the, hey, will this guy sell more jerseys? Yeah, and as crazy as it sounds, that's how owners will also view the draft, is they view it from a business standpoint. It's why I expect Travis Hunter to go 2 to the Browns still. Even though Abdul Carter is the current favorite to be picked, Travis Hunter brings in so much more than just on the field. He brings in stuff off the field. He's the sexy pick. Meanwhile, I think Abdul Carter would be the smart pick, pairing him up with Myles Garrett. And this is not me at all saying Travis Hunter is a bad player, or for any player who would be deemed a sexy pick a bad player. It just means it's not what they should be picked at. They should go to a different team in a different situation. If you told me, for example, Travis Hunter was picked by the Patriots, I'd really hate it. And that's nothing against Travis Hunter the player, but that's because the Patriots need to invest in their offensive line. That team will do nothing if Drake May is in a body bag by week 5. As good as Travis Hunter can be, he can't block, he can't protect Drake May. And I know a lot of people will say, well, the Bengals got away with it with Jamar Chase. Yes, but Joe Burrow has had constant injury issues because the offensive line has not been built up properly. They went sexy, and they've continuously gone sexy, which has led to their defense falling off a cliff and their offensive line staying bad, leading to Burrow taking a lot of unnecessary hits that will accumulate as his career goes on, and he may have more and more injuries as he continues. I'm not saying don't be excited, though, for a wide receiver picked or even a tight end, running back, what have you. You're a fan. I get it. It's part of the NFL draft is we have excitement that our team picked this guy that we think can maybe be the next guy, that he's a stud. He will be in the Hall of Fame one day. As fans, we have that right. But I would encourage teams, and I'm sure most teams know this, cough, cough, Dallas doesn't, I'm convinced, but the point is, if your team does draft an offensive lineman, don't get upset. Just don't be like, oh, why did they draft him when he was on the board and he had this many touchdowns? Same thing goes with defensive tackles and defensive linemen. Just don't get upset. Because controlling the line of scrimmage has been the best way to win NFL games forever. And you can say having a quarterback, yes. I would also say this, though. Is Jalen Hurts a better quarterback than Pat Mahomes? No. The Eagles dominated that Super Bowl game because they dominated the trenches. You can have a slightly below average quarterback and win a lot of football games by dominating the trenches, or even just a below average quarterback. Look at the Steelers. They haven't had an offensive line for years. Really since the Killer Bees were there. But they've won games because they control the defensive line of scrimmage. And they have had far, far beyond average, like just below standards quarterback play. but that's because they dominate a line of scrimmage. That's what teams need to do in the draft, and I can think of a lot of teams that should value that over drafting a wide receiver that's going to score you a lot of points and get a lot of fantasy points. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers by the NFL Draft. There will be a new NFL Draft video every weekday up until the draft. It's something I'm continuously doing. It's a goal and challenge I set out to myself in late January to do, and I've been going strong, and I'm continuing to do it, and I'm having a lot of fun. If you'd share this, I'd greatly appreciate it. Just kind of spread the word that, hey, the smart picks, the big boys, mainly up front in the trenches, deserve some love too when their teams pick them. And hey, if you want more content like this, there's a playlist on the screen. I've had a lot of videos done. My most recent upload's also on the screen there. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.